The ideal was a subtle combination of full-size sets and special effect. For Robin Hood, starring Douglas Fairbanks, a castle was constructed, the largest set yet built. Fairbanks had feared it was too large. Later, he changed his mind. The castle had to be larger still. The solution was a glass shot. Taller towers, loftier battlements were painted on a plate of glass. The glass shot was developed by Ferdinand Pinney Earle. Once the new scenery had been painted on glass, the glass was placed in front of the camera and lined up precisely with the existing scene. A castle could be conjured up for a single shot. Producers who knew nothing of the technique were horrified at the money they thought had been spent on sets. For The Sainted Devil, the front of Paramount Studios at Astoria, Long Island, became an Argentinian hacienda. With a plate of painted glass, the cameraman could invent a Mexican landscape, recreate a Spanish city, a Hungarian town. For all its effectiveness, the glass shot had one disadvantage. It was flat. Shadows on it were fixed. It could only be filmed when they matched the real shadows. Something else was called for. This shot, from another Fairbanks film, The Gaucho, uses glass. It also involves a process known as the hanging miniature. It represents a collaboration between the cameraman, art department, and special effects men. Because the hanging miniature, like this castle, was three-dimensional, it could be used in changing light conditions, when the shadows on the model would match those on the set, built several hundred feet away. And with a glass shot for the sky, the illusion is complete. The most spectacular use of the hanging miniature occurred when Universal made The Hunchback of Notre Dame with Lon Chaney. Victor Hugo's novel about the grotesque bell ringer was set in medieval Paris. Universal built most of it.
It was a terrific piece of construction in those days. Not only the cathedral, but the whole square around it, which was called the Parvis de Notre Dame. All the buildings surrounding it were constructed exactly according to the way they were at the end of the 15th century.
Universal also claimed they had built the Cathedral of Notre Dame in its entirety, a job that took the original builders 82 years. Nevertheless, their cathedral was convincing.
Of course, the top, only the three doors were actually built on the set. An exact reproduction with every statue in all those doors reproduced faithfully. Then from the Gallery of Kings, which is on top of that, from there on, it was a miniature.